What other problems do you have in conversation?
Well, if I get overexcited, I start to stutter. If I can't think of what I need to say next, I pause and stutter. And unless you know me and you understand that I do that, you have no problem with it. But sometimes when I'm with average people and their mind works so quick, they want to fill in the words for me and I get upset with it.
So what you're saying is you're sort of meandering your way through a sentence.
Yes.
And people want to jump in and say, you mean...
They think they're helping, but they're not.
Okay, talk to me about how that bothers you.
Well, actually it started to bother me when I was down, I think when I first came back to school, and it's hard for me, but for me to understand, I gotta be able to come up with a sentence, and then if they fill in the word, I forget usually a lot of times what I'm talking about. And I also think it's very rude of them.
If you get the sentence out, your memory is much better?
Memory is much better. It's kind of funny. When, say if you and I were just talking, say outside somewhere, there's a pretty good chance two things could happen. One, we could be having a good conversation, then all of a sudden I forget what we're talking about. That one's not the bad one, because I usually just ask. But the other one is rather hard because I'll forget who you are. And I'd be like, okay, what is his name? What is his name? And I feel really embarrassed to ask you. I have no problem asking you what we were talking about, but I find it very embarrassing to ask who you are.
Now, most of the cognitive challenges that you have in what I call the real world, you aren't having today.
No.
Why is that?
For one, it's just you and me. Two, there's not a lot of noise going on. Three, I think talking with you, you expect some of my hesitations and some of my comprehending things. You kind of expect that, to where if I'm with someone else who doesn't know me very well, they don't understand and they don't perceive just to let me go.